The more you learn, the more you earn. Listen, I want to get on here and talk to you guys about why going to college as an older individual is a lot easier than you think. All right, going to college when you're in your mid 20s, your 30s is going to be far more easier than going to college fresh out of high school. And I want to tell you guys why. My name is Sabali Freeman. I am a sophomore at the University of New Mexico, majoring in biochemistry, and I am on the journey to becoming a doctor, getting into medical school. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the video. Now, one thing that you have to understand is that people that are fresh out of high school, typically when they go into college, they really don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they want to get into. They don't know why they're in college. A lot of kids that are in college, they're because their parents are just making them go. They're doing it for their parents. They don't know what they want to major in. One minute they're majoring in business. The next minute they're majoring in psychology. They really don't know what they want to do, and they're kind of just all over the place. So for a high school individual, college is really going to be extremely tough for them. They're coming in with the high school mentality. And I think that's what sets a lot of college kids back, is because they're coming in with the mentality that they had in high school, and you can't do that in college. The course load is a lot more rigorous. It's very fast paced, and it could just be very challenging. I think going back to college as an older individual, when you kind of been through life, and you're in your mid 20s or even your 30s, you kind of been through life, you work minimum wage jobs, and you kind of realize that, there's nothing really out here but minimum wage jobs. There's nothing out there, there's no opportunities, there's nothing. And you realize that, you have to create something for yourself. You have to put in the work to create the life that you want. And when you go back to college, typically, you know what you want out of life. You know what you want to major in. You know what career field you want to do. You know what you want out of that school, out of college, when you get that degree. So when you're going back to college as an older individual, you're just going to have a better mindset than somebody that is fresh out of high school. Somebody that's fresh out of high school, they're there to join fraternities, they're there to play sports, they're not really there for an education. You in your mid 20s, your early 30s, whatever, just as an older individual, you are there for the education. You're coming in with a better mindset. You're coming in to every class on time, sitting in the front, prepared, focused, and ready to learn. And that's what it was for me. Every class on time, in the front, don't sit in the back, don't sit in the middle. I'm in the front, laser focused, ready to learn. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around. I'm not joking. I'm here for education. And that's how it is when you're older. You're just coming in with a better mindset. And let me tell you guys this: when you have the right mindset, you can do anything you want in life. When your mindset is sharp, when your mindset is positive. See, a lot of people have a I hate school mentality. Everybody that I talk to about school, it is always something negative. It's never positive. Everybody has an I hate school mentality. I don't want to sit in front of a desk mentality. That's everybody's mindset. That's everybody's mindset when they're in college. I was talking to one of my bosses when I used to work at this gas station, and she went to college, and she told me she loved college. And this is right when I had just went back to college. And I wasn't quite there yet with my love for college. I was still like, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? And she told me, she's like, I love college. I loved it. And she was like, you got to love what you do. You have to love what you do. Whatever it is that you're doing in life, you got to love it, because when you love it, you're going to put your best foot forward. If you hate it, then you're not going to give it the energy that it deserves. And when you're going through college, you want to get through college thriving, not surviving. And when she said that to me, from that day forward, anytime somebody asks me about college, I always just tell them I love school. I love college. Why? Why do you love college? I just love seeing myself get smarter. I love the journey. I love the grind. I love being in the books. I love college. I say it every single time. And that's my mindset about college. And because that's my mindset about college, that mindset transitions to my work ethic. So now I'm studying like I love college. I'm coming to class on time like I love college. I'm focused like I love college. You gotta love it. You gotta love the grind. And when you're going back to college as an older individual, you're just going to have that mindset over a kid that is fresh out of high school, coming in with a high school mentality. And I make this video to say that if you're somebody out there that wants to go back to college, don't look at going back to college as something that's going to be extremely difficult. The hardest thing that you're going to have to deal with going back to college is just to have to relearn some of the things, or a lot of the things, a lot of basic information. That was the hardest thing for me, because I went 7 years with no schooling, and then even when I was in high school, I wasn't the best student. So I had to kind of relearn a lot of basic math, a lot of basic English. Oh, excuse me. I had to relearn a lot of different things. I had to relearn, just how to write an essay again. How to indent paragraphs and double space, and how to use Microsoft Word and things of that nature. And that was probably the hardest part. But once I got past that hurdle, once I climbed that hill, everything else is simple. Now, when I say simple, I don't mean that college isn't going to be challenging. It's not going to push you, because it is a sacrifice. I do have to study real hard, but because I have the mindset and the maturity, college doesn't feel as hard as it would, if I was an 18-year-old kid coming out of high school with a high school mindset. So if you want to go back to college as an older individual, if you're in your 30s, in your mid 20s, I'm telling you, college is going to be easy. You're going to blow through it. It's not going to be challenge. It's not going to be too challenging at all, because you're just going to come in with a better mindset. And that's what you're going to have over an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, is you're going to have the mindset. The mindset is everything. The mindset is your greatest asset. And if you have that, college is going to be easy. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me. I hope you learned something, and I will see you guys on the next video.